In today's video, I'll show you a step-by-step guide on how you can start an LLC in Iowa with Northwest. Forming an LLC is a smart way to protect your personal assets and establish your company legally, but the process can feel overwhelming without the right support. So you should get a deal with effortless compliance and unbeatable price. Get Northwest Registered Agent's premium service for only $39 to simplify your business and save money now. Make sure to check the link in the description to get this deal. With this deal, you would be able to get fast LLC filing, which means no complicated paperwork which would cause you headaches. And you get a 1 free year of registered agent service so you can save money and stay compliant. And you'd also get business address and free mailing forwarding so that you can protect your privacy. And you have the LLC operating agreement so that you could avoid legal headaches. And then next is that you have the instant domain, website, email, and phone number so that you would be able to get online fast, and then you'd have privacy by default so your personal info stays private. And you can get this deal by using the link in the description. Alright, so now let's start creating our LLC in Iowa with Northwest. And you can get into this website by using the link in the description. So in here, we will be completing this 8 simple steps. So this may seem like a lot, but this is actually the fastest method that you can create your LLC, because all of this are just basic details about the company and its members. All you have to do is provide this information and the payment, and Northwest will take care of the hard work. So now let's start here in order. So in here, you would be asked what type of business would you like to start. So we will be choosing LLC because we would want to start an LLC in Iowa. And from here, this is where you'd need to select the state. So in here, we would select Iowa. So we can just scroll down and we should see it right here. Select Iowa. And now you will now be able to see the price for the company filing options. And as you can see, it is processed by state in 1 day, which is very fast. And then from here in the order summary, it would get updated as we progress in each step. So you'd be able to see everything that you're getting and you're paying. So there is transparency. Alright, so now next, let's click on continue and move on into the company section. So in here, what would you like your business name to be? So in my case, I named it Education 100 LLC, but you want to make sure first that this business name is available in the state of your choosing, which is Iowa. So what I suggest is that you go into the google.com, and then from here, you want to search for Iowa Secretary of State Business Search. And now you would want to go here to Iowa Secretary of State. So click on it. And from here, we can now input the business name that we have in mind. This is to ensure that the business name that we have is available and there is no other businesses that has the exact same name as ours. So I'm just going to put mine right here, which is Education 100 LLC, just for example, and click on search. And then from here, it would now load up and search its database. And as you can see, there is no results. So this is a good sign, which means our name is unique. However, I'm going to show you a very generic one so that you'd be able to see what it would look like if there are results. So I'm just going to go for Education LLC, click on search. And then from here, as you can see, there are a lot of results right here that has a similar name as to what we have searched. So this is how it would look like. You would be able to see the business name, status, and the type. And now that we have verified that our business name is unique, then we can now proceed. And from here, you can now send a copy of lawsuits and legal notices to your attorney. So you could just go for yes on this one because this would be helpful so that you won't have to manually send this to your attorney as they would send it automatically. And then from here, you would now be able to provide your attorney email, and this is where it will be sent. And then you could also go for use generic business purpose. If you'd want to, then you won't have to provide your business purpose right here. But if you have one, then you can just provide it here. Next is, I'm just going to go for a use generic business purpose. And now we can now go for the physical address you want on record with the state. So I suggest that you go for the registered agent address because this is one of the features or beauty here in Northwest, which is the privacy protection. So you won't have to provide your own. So I'm just going to select our registered agent address, same as the next option. Next is that we're going to click here on continue. And now here we are on the third step, which is the management information. So from here, we can change our management type into member managed or manager managed, depending on what type you would want. And you can click here on the question mark icon to know more about the management types in here. So basically, LLCs can be manager managed or member managed. In a member managed LLC, members handle all business decisions, which is the most common structure. In a manager managed LLC, members elect managers to make decisions and act on behalf of the company. This setup is ideal for owners not involved in daily operations or for trustees managing investors owned LLCs. Now that you know, you can now just choose your management type. And as for this video, I'm just going to go with member managed. And from here, you can now add your members. So for example, I'm going to go for a sample member. Right here, you can just add your first name and last name. And then the address to record with the state is that you can go for the registered agent address or the mailing address, or you could specify it here. And then you could add more member if needed. So if you have multiple members, then you can add as many as you'd want. And then once you're done adding your members, the next thing that you'd want to do now is to click here on continue to proceed to the contact section. And from here, you'd need to provide your first name and last name and some other details. And don't worry, the infos that you will provide will be kept in private, so you don't have to worry about it getting leaked. And now let's provide a first name. So I'm just going to go for a sample, tutor. And then the phone number, you need to provide it right here. So I'm just going to go for maybe something like this one. And as for this one, you would need to select your country. So it could not be United States. It's still fine. You can still create your LLC if that's the case. And then the mailing address right here. So you'd have to provide and then the city and the state or province and then the zip or postal code. And then once you're done with everything here, you need to click here on continue to proceed into account. So in this one, you would need to form your account. You'll be able to manage your business details and fill out any state form you'll ever need. So you'll need to create your account here in Northwest. So I'm just going to provide my email address. So I'm just going to go here and then type the password and make sure that the password is at least 8 characters and follow the every other rule like 1 lowercase letter, 1 capital letter, 1 number, and at least 1 special character, and the passwords must match. So I'm just going to create my own, or you can click here on generate password and then you can just simply copy them right here and then make sure that you save that and never forget this password. And then once you're done, click on continue. Next is for the business identity. So in here, you would be offered a bundle, which is a really great deal. So they have this incredible bundle where you can get a free domain name for a year plus 90-day free trials for a secure website hosted by Northwest but owned by you. And then you could also go for up to 10 business email addresses and business phone number and service, which is a really great deal because all of these are very useful. And you could also keep all of the services and get 20% discount when your free trial ends. And now you can activate this free 90-day trial and you could also cancel this if you'd want to. So if you have decided that you don't want this bundle and your free trial hasn't ended yet, you won't be charged as long as you cancel it. So now, as you can see here, we can just turn it off and you could also build your own bundle in here if you'd want to. So if you only want the business domain, then you can just go for business domain. Or if you only want the business email and domain, then you can just activate both depending on what you'd want. So you could also customize your own bundle. But in this case, I'll just go for the free 90-day trial so that it would include everything. As you can see, it is $0 in here, which means it's free for now. Once you're done, click on continue. And now we have the optional items. So in here, you can get your tax ID. So you can click here on the question mark icon to know more about the tax ID and so on. So this is your EIN. So you can click here to enable this and it would add up the price because this is not for free. And you would see the price in here. So if you have a social security number, then it will only be $50. But if you don't have one, then it would be $200. And then you also have some other optional items here like S corporation election with the IRS. So it would be added here. You can see the billing and many other items that you could also enable and get here from Northwest. So yeah, depending on what kind of items that you would get, it would add up here into your order summary. But again, just a reminder that all of these are just optional items. You could also just not get any one of these if you don't really need them. Alright, so now next, click on continue. And from here, we will now be proceeding into payment. So now you would have to pay for your order here. You can see the price and everything that is included into your order. From here, you just need to provide your payment method or payment information like the first name and last name of the card number, security, expiration month, expiration year, and so on. Once you have provided everything, then you can now click here on done, and then your order will now be processed and you should receive an email from Northwest. And just like that, you have now successfully started creating your LLC in Iowa with Northwest. Starting your LLC doesn't have to be stressful or expensive. With Northwest Registered Agent, you get fast, reliable service at an unbeatable price for just $39 plus state fees. You can now save time with effortless filing, save money with free registered agent service for a year, and skip the hassle with privacy protection and business tools included. So don't wait, set up your LLC today and focus on what really matters, growing your business. Check the link in the description to get started. That's it for this video. See you on the next one.